Hi, today we're in front of Burger King, and today we're gonna try to find out what we can get for cheap. Today we're gonna get the cheapest entree, which is like, you know, burger sandwich was the cheapest one of those. We're gonna get the cheapest side, and we're gonna get the cheapest drink. So yeah, so this, whatever the show is, this show is title here.
The brand new burger you can fuck. This burger is better than sex. You can fuck this burger.
Can I get a Whopper Jr. just a sandwich, a 4-piece mozzarella fry, and a value fountain drink?
You want the $5 meal?
No, I'm getting everything separately.
That's gonna be more.
Yeah. It's for science. So what we were able to get was a Whopper Jr. for $3.59. That was the cheapest sandwich. A 4-piece mozzarella fry for $2.29. That was the cheapest side. I think something fell. And a value size Sprite, which was $1.99. Hi, this is me from just a couple months later. Just to inform you that those prices are not wrong, but also they are. Those are the prices in the store when I went to the store and bought the food. Those are not the prices online, and those are probably not the prices at other stores. So a Whopper Jr. is actually $5.19. It is beaten out by just a regular hamburger, which is $3.24. Somehow the Whopper Jr. at the store was cheaper than a regular hamburger. I don't know why. For the sides, nothing really changes. It's still the 4-piece mozzarella sticks that are, you know, the cheapest option. However, those mozzarella sticks are only the cheapest option by a single penny. In second place is both the 4-piece chicken fries and the chicken nuggets, both of which are $3.24, compared to the 4-piece mozzarella stick, $3.23. Why you would be so broke that you just have to get the 4-piece mozzarella sticks over the chicken, I don't know, because you'll see why. So, anyway, back to the video. I can't imagine these ratings being any high, but that was a subtotal of $7.87. I don't really count tax because, you know, tax varies from state to state. Burger King is one of the worst fast food chains in my opinion. I don't like it at all, but, you know, it's right over there. Can you see it? Can you see it? No? Okay. So, the straw, I swear, if it's a paper straw, is it a paper straw? It's a paper straw. You know what I say? Fuck those things. I fucking hate paper straws. You want it? Mm-hmm. You want it? That's all you get this week. So what we're going to do instead is just going to drink this like a man and just, you know, but we can't do that now. Can't do that right now. So let's get started with our main entree, the Whopper Jr. Let's get a good look at that. I think that's the best shot we're gonna get of it. That tomato is very juicy. That is actually, I will give them that. The veggies on this burger are not that bad. They're actually like pretty fresh, pretty good, pretty decent. I will give them that. Actually, to be quite honest, I think I like this better than, you know, a McDonald's burger. This actually is a little bit higher quality. You get the sesame seed bun, which I don't think they really have sesame seed buns if you don't get a Big Mac. But I do prefer the sesame seed bun over, you know, the standard McDonald's hamburger bun. That was delicious. Price rating, $3 and, let me see, what was the price rating? For $3.59, I'd say it's not worth it. I give it a 0 out of 2 stars for the price. Simply because it's just a fucking burger, you know. At McDonald's, it is a lesser quality, but you can get a normal cheeseburger for like, it's like $2. Yeah, $2 for a cheeseburger at McDonald's. So for, you know, twice that, I don't think the value's worth it. Quality rating, on the other hand, for a fast food burger, I'd give it a full 2 out of 2 stars. Better than I expected. I'm probably gonna be shitting my fucking brains out tonight, but that's beside the point. Anyway, let's move on to the side, the mozzarella fries. I will say, disclaimer, I've had mozzarella fries from Taco Bell. I will say I've had mozzarella fries from Burger King before, and I fucking hated them. They sucked. Regardless, let me give you your salary for the week. We gotta get that marinara sauce, so you know what you gotta do, Willow. You got to get that dip cam. Let's get that dip action. Hey. Dip. And we got to get a control. You know, all science experiments have a control.
It's for science.
And we got to do that with the mozzarella sticks. You got to have it with no dip action. Stretch? You stretch? Not at fucking all. They don't stretch that much. For 4 pieces, I give it a value rating of, 1 star, 1 out of 2. The thing is, mozzarella sticks you're not going to find at your average fast food place, and especially for a place like Burger King. I'd say, upcharging a little bit for some mozzarella sticks is pretty, it's reasonable. For 4, though, I don't know. But, I don't know. Quality rating, I'm going to have to give that a straight 0. They're not the worst mozzarella sticks I've had, but they're also not the best. You saw that stretch action, right? Right? It didn't stretch like at all, so I can't really say those were good mozzarella sticks in any way. I think one of the only few positive things I can say is that they weren't over fried. They didn't taste like they were fried for too long. But we didn't get a good shot of it. But like as I pulled them out the bag, the sticks were already broken in half. That shouldn't happen with mozzarella sticks. And the marinara sauce, fucking abhorrent. That was not marinara sauce. That was sweet tomato. That was sweet ketchup. Sweet chunky ketchup. That was not good marinara sauce at all. So 0 out of 2 for the quality. Finally, to wash it all down, we gotta get that Sprite, that value Sprite. Because it's just, a soda, I can already give you a value rating. I'd say it's a good 1 out of 2. For $1.99, I think this is of course, because of inflation, $1.99, it's a decent price for a drink like this. Listen, inflation. A large soda at most places is going to be like $3.
You can get that for $1.
I know, but we're talking about compared to other fast food places. Give me back that mozzarella stick. You see, I took pay for her for criticizing me. But compared to other fast food drinks, a large is going to be like, $3.50, most likely. I don't know. I'm probably just talking out my ass. But I also don't really think $1.99 is worth it for a value drink. I'm not a fountain drink technician, but I'd say this was calibrated pretty well. It's not too carbonated, and it also tastes, pretty sweet. Shut the fuck up. More than often, you get too much fountain water than too much syrup. For a Sprite, I gotta give this a 2 out of 2. It varies from drink to drink, but you can't go wrong with a good old Sprite, and I think this is done pretty well. So, overall, value rating for $8.57, I'd give this a 1 out of 2. Just a few things that weren't worth it, but the manager was very confused that I didn't get the $5 value meal, which actually gets you more. But, we're not talking about, like, value meals or anything. That'd make this show completely uninteresting. We're going to be talking about we talk about the individual items, so, I had to tell him that. For quality rating, I give that a 2 out of 2. The Whopper was pretty good. The Whopper Jr. was pretty good. The Sprite, can't go wrong with that. The only bad thing was the mozzarella sticks, which I did give a 0 out of 2, but it's not the worst I've had. So, overall, the quality was a 2 out of 2. I'm not disappointed by that meal at all. Excuse me. So, you might want to know how nutritious that meal was, right? Yeah. So, the Whopper Jr. was 330 calories, the 4-piece mozzarella sticks was 240, and the value drink was 190, which all of that totals up to 660 calories. I don't know how many calories you should have a day off the top of my head because, I'm fat, so I eat a lot. So, here's how many calories you should be having a day, and here's how many calories I just ate. So, to conclude, that was not a bad fast food experience. I'd say, worth the price, at least the burger and the drink was worth it. Maybe not the mozzarella sticks. Those were an abhorrent side, and honestly, the chicken fries are not that much more expensive. Just go for that, or chicken nuggets, or fries. Literally any side works. The mozzarella sticks are abhorrent. Don't get those. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching this. This is pretty new, so let me know what you thought about it. And I will see you guys next time when I am bone dry of cash. The show is title here.